Welcome to the 5-Minute PM episode 21, where we break down everything project management into 5-minute segments. Today's topic: how to conduct effective project post-mortems. A post-mortem is one of the most important activities for any project manager, as it allows you to analyze what went well, what went wrong, and how you can improve future projects. This episode will cover best practices for running successful post-mortems and provide tips for ensuring they lead to actionable insights. A project post-mortem, also known as a lessons learned session, is a meeting conducted after a project is completed. The goal is to reflect on the project's outcomes, discuss challenges faced during execution, and document takeaways that can be applied to future projects. Post-mortems can often be overlooked or rushed, especially if a project was successful. But taking the time to conduct a thorough review, no matter the result, can yield significant value for improving your processes and avoiding mistakes. Tip 1. Schedule the post-mortem early. Don't wait until the last minute to schedule a post-mortem. In fact, the best time to plan it is during the project kickoff phase. Set a specific date for the post-mortem within a week or two after the project closes. This ensures that the discussion happens while the details are fresh in everyone's minds. Pro tip: consider scheduling it as part of the project wrap-up process so it doesn't fall off the radar. Tip 2. Create a safe environment for open discussion. One of the biggest challenges in conducting a post-mortem is creating an environment where team members feel comfortable providing honest feedback. The goal is to avoid finger-pointing and blame and focus instead on identifying issues and solutions. Pro tip: use ground rules like no blame and focus on solutions to foster a collaborative atmosphere. Encourage team members to view challenges as opportunities for learning rather than failures. Tip 3. Structure the discussion. An effective post-mortem should have a clear structure to guide the conversation. Start with a recap of the project goals and outcomes, then move into a discussion of what went well and what didn't. Ask targeted questions that encourage specific feedback on processes, communication, tools, and outcomes. Pro tip: use the start, stop, continue framework. Start: what should we start doing in future projects? Stop: what didn't work and should be stopped? Continue: what worked well and should be continued. This structure keeps the meeting focused and ensures you gather insights that can be applied to future projects. Tip 4. Involve all stakeholders. While it's tempting to only involve the core project team in the post-mortem, it's essential to gather feedback from a broader group of stakeholders, including clients, sponsors, and other departments that played a role in the project. This gives you a well-rounded view of how the project was perceived from different angles. Pro tip: send out surveys before the meeting to gather feedback from stakeholders who may not be able to attend. This helps ensure their insights are still considered. Tip 5. Focus on actionable takeaways. It's easy to get bogged down in lengthy discussions about what went wrong, but the most critical part of a post-mortem is developing actionable takeaways. Your goal should be to walk away with concrete recommendations that can be implemented in future projects. Pro tip: assign ownership to specific team members for each takeaway or lesson learned. This ensures accountability and that improvements are actually made. Tip 6. Document and share lessons learned. After the post-mortem, document the lessons learned in a centralized location so they can be easily accessed by future project teams. This knowledge-sharing approach prevents the same mistakes from being repeated and encourages continuous improvement across the organization. Pro tip: create a lessons learned database, or integrate lessons learned into your project management software to ensure they're visible and searchable. Tip 7. Measure the effectiveness of your post-mortems. A well-conducted post-mortem can lead to tangible improvements in how your team works. Track how many recommendations from post-mortems are implemented in future projects. Regularly reviewing the impact of these lessons learned will help ensure that the effort spent on post-mortems is truly adding value. Pro tip: hold quarterly reviews of past post-mortems to ensure that lessons learned are still being applied and that any ongoing issues are addressed. An effective post-mortem isn't just about looking back, it's about improving the future. By scheduling the meeting early, creating a safe space for open dialogue, structuring the discussion, involving all stakeholders, and focusing on actionable takeaways, you can ensure your postmortems lead to real improvements. Remember, continuous improvement is key to project success, and the postmortem is a critical tool in making that happen. Thank you for listening to the 5-Minute PM. Remember to get more project management tips and tricks. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to this channel.